Hello, this is the student and parent returning to school guide for Plan B families from Millbrook High School. This is the second video in a series of 5 videos to assist our parents and students to understand the health and safety measures that will be implemented at Millbrook High School when students return back to campus on Wednesday, January the 20th, 2021. This second video will cover student arrival and student dismissal procedures. In the morning, students will be allowed to enter the building at 7 o'clock a.m. All students will participate in a temperature check and health screening prior to entering the building. Health screening questions include: have you been tested positive or been requested to isolate due to contact with someone positive? Do you have a fever or chills? Or do you have any new symptoms, which include cough, shortness of breath, loss of taste and or smell? If students pass the health screening in the morning, they'll receive a daily wristband to confirm passage of the daily health screening and temperature check. They will then enter the building and utilize the hand sanitizer stations to clean hands, and they will report to their first period using directional hallway system. Students may opt to retrieve breakfast from one of 2 grab-and-go stations, one by the cafeteria patio and one in the courtyard by the 1400 hallway and 200 building. If students fail the health screening, students will not be permitted to attend class on that day, and students who fail the health screening will also not be allowed to return to school or ride the school bus until cleared according to the Wake County School health and safety policies. All students who walk to school will enter campus through the bus entrance lot and follow the sidewalk next to the media center to the entrance of the 1400 hallway and 200 building. All bus riders will be directed to depart their bus and wait 6 feet apart along the sidewalk next to the 200 building. Students will report immediately to the health screening stations by the 1400 hallway and the 200 building entrance and social distance while waiting to be screened by faculty and staff. Bus riders and walkers who fail the health screening and temperature check will be escorted to the Child Care Center in room 126 or room 218 and wait for parents to be retrieved from school immediately. Students who fail health screening will not be allowed to return to school or ride the school bus until cleared according to the Wake County Public Schools health and safety policies. All bus riders are required to submit a one-time health attestation form before allowed to ride the bus. Parents have the option of submitting the form online or by hard copy to guest services office. This attestation form will be valid for the entire year. All K through 12 students are required to wear a face covering at all times while in a school vehicle unless they qualify for an exemption. Parents, we encourage you to watch this video listed at this link to help students understand about the first person rotation bus riding implementation. All students who are driven to school by parents will enter campus in the front carpool loop. Students arriving to campus through carpool may not utilize any other entrance and must remain in the car until health screening is completed. Cars are able to use Spring Forest Road, Dixie Forest Drive, and Johnsdale Avenue in order to arrive to the 2 lane of carpool in front of the school. Students must wear a face covering while participating in the health screening process by faculty and staff members. Students who fail the health screening and temperature check in carpool will be asked immediately to return home. And students who fail the health screening again will not be allowed to return to school or ride the school bus until cleared according to Wake County Public School System's health and safety policies. For student drivers, all students who drive must use assigned parking space in the junior or senior parking lots. All students who park in the junior lot or the front senior lot will enter campus by the front carpool loop, and all students who park in the rear senior lot will enter campus through the Wildcat Den entrance. At each station, students should remain 6 feet apart while waiting for health screening prior to entering the building. Students, drivers who are coming into school must also wear a face covering while participating in the health screening process by faculty and staff members. Student drivers who fail health screening and temperature check will be asked immediately to return home. Students who fail health screening again will not be permitted to allow to return to school or ride the school bus until cleared according to the Wake County Public School System's health and safety policies. When students arrive on campus at 7:25 a.m., students and parents will report to guest services window. Parents must remain with students until health screening protocol is completed by staff. If a student passes the health screening and the temperature check, they'll be admitted into the building and provided a note for class. If a student fails the health screening, if they are checking in late, and the temperature check, the student will be requested to return home. Students who fail the health screening will not be allowed to return to school or ride the school bus until cleared according to the Wake County Public School health and safety policies. For afternoon dismissal, we will dismiss at 2:18 and we will dismiss by a tiered bell system. On the first bell, students who ride afternoon buses and students who walk to campus will be dismissed from fourth period. Students should immediately report to the bus lot and load the afternoon bus routes at one at a time. Unless otherwise directed by the bus driver, students will fill bus from the rear seat to the front. On the second dismissal bell, students who drive to school or participate in carpool will be dismissed from fourth period. Students should immediately report to the student parking lot or the front of the school for carpool. Unless otherwise participating in an after-school activity, students should leave campus by 2:30 p.m. Students waiting in the front of the school for carpool must practice social distancing and wear face coverings at all times. Students will not be called from class for early dismissal after 1:45 p.m. Parents must remain in carpool after 1:45 to retrieve students from school. For students participating in an activity immediately after school, they will remain in fourth period class until the final bell rings at 2:30. When dismissed, students should move directly to designated location of athletic practice or activity with supervising teacher or coach. All student traffic should be cleared in the hallways at this time. This concludes our second video in our series of 5, and we hope that you have a clearer understanding about student arrival and dismissal procedures and processes. Again, we look forward to receiving you for our second semester beginning on Wednesday, January the 20th.